Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome into week 8 of the SFA season 11 here. And we're here for some BearCave games. If you don't know what the SFA is, this is an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You don't need the game. Let me know if you can hear me. But yeah, you recruit, set depth charts, set your playbooks. You can participate in like fantasy football or other server games, and it's just a fun time. So join if you'd like. Also, if you watch the streams live, there are advertisements because our Twitch is affiliated. So if you don't want ads, feel free to subscribe. If somebody wants to outrank Maple Mango on the gifted subs this stream, that'd be crazy. All revenue goes back to the SFA in terms of like a national championship trophy. So yeah, just giving it a few seconds while people get in here for some BearCave. I was able to become available a little earlier than expected, so that's hype. Zach Dogwater can hear me. That's great. Going through the sim games, there really wasn't a lot of craziness this week, so hopefully that will translate to a really fun game day. I think the only like surprising result was Fresno State over Utah, so we may be due for some upsets today, hopefully. See some people getting their BearCave in. Arizona got back on the board. But we're going to get started with South Alabama and Georgia State, 2 users. Not great teams, 1-5. So we'll see who can potentially see if they can get back to their winning ways and maybe push for a bowl game. If Robert or Bobbert is in here, whatever his name is, let me know. Heads or kick or receive. And our sponsors on the bottom, we got H-Town for Houston. They are our game day today. And then we have a BJ Stabler ad. We know that he cheated last week and had a BS touchdown. And this is also going to be the first game we ever see of D.D. Holmes, the #1 recruit out of South Alabama. So we're just going to go with South Alabama. We're going to get started here right away. No reason to wait any longer. Feeling a lot better. I still can't smell or taste, though. I had COVID last week, so and yeah, but let's get into this. South Alabama and Georgia State. This is the push game, so this could make or break a lot of people's BearCave for the week. It's always tough having the push game on such a no-name teams that nobody knows anything about. And we had a tough triple overtime loss for B-Dog and Southern Miss today. That one was tough. Arkansas State, though, looking really good in that division. And then on the other side, they're not going to show us the other side, of course. Of course. All right, so let's hope for some big plays today, some awesome moments. I want to see some D.D. Holmes gameplay. This is actually a nice stadium. I thought Georgia State would be playing in kind of a trash can like Buffalo. All right, so how is BearCave going to look today here? First quarter, how are they going to start us out? Quick touchdown for South Alabama. And Georgia State has been struggling with some injuries this season. So we'll see if they can get on track here. And South Alabama going up 2 scores. And Georgia State just keeps stalling out. So no points here for Georgia State quite yet. Hopefully you didn't pick them on reverse sheep for anything. And 21-0 now going into the 4th quarter. So a very poor showing for Georgia State here. And we're just going to go possession by possession. We really need a change from Georgia State. No, this one is going to be over. Can they get on the board? Yes. So they avoid a shutout. I don't know if we've ever seen a shutout on BearCave before. So that one was very close. But South Alabama gets away with a win. We'll quickly check They had a pick 6. And we want to see what D.D. Holmes did. So D.D. Holmes, no sacks, but a couple tackles for loss out of Bangor, Maine. Nicely done. And I believe the Maine recruit is coming this week, too. So that's an interesting kind of little tidbit. But, all right, so game 1. South Alabama comes away with a convincing victory. Remember, we got to get these players of the game. So Derek Brown was back for that game. He was their starter. This definitely was a little lighter of a game day week. Not as many great games, but this next one's going to be interesting. We got some action going off. We got Toledo and Western Michigan, so we could see some Snoop Todd. Buck, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Toledo trying to remain perfect. They could potentially get an auto bid. We thought there'd be some regression after losing Brett Hundley, but they've been popping off. They have SFA player Jack Snowball, Eastern Michigan, and Northern Illinois, who we'll see next as well. So this division is kind of popping off this year. Western Michigan. This is the matchup last season that actually brought a lot of people into the SFA with that highlight when Simi Kazi got the 50-yard touchdown. So I don't see anybody in the chat, so heads and kick per usual. All right. All right, and here we go. First quarter for Toledo, and Western Michigan gets on the board first. A lot of people picked both Snowball and Snoop Todd in fantasy this week as 14-7 now. This might be a little bit higher scoring of a game, 20-7 now. And Toledo's not doing much, but oh no, they get a field goal, so down 2 scores still. This may be our first upset of the day. But Toledo, they do find a way to get a touchdown. So let's see now. A big pass for Western Michigan. Can they come through? No, 4th and 8. So I'm going to go play-by-play now as we get close to that 2-minute mark. And we get a safety. Oh, no. So disaster here for Toledo, as now Western Michigan gets the ball right back. But they get the punt unit back out there. All right. Can Toledo make a comeback here? Here we go. Our first game play of the day. Down 5 for Toledo. Important note, Simi Kazi, number 80, and then Jack Snowball in the backfield are the SFA players on this team right now. Definitely a new look Toledo. This is the first time we've seen Coach Buck's team this season. There's Demir Blankumsey. Tucker Gleason did take over for our boy Brett Hundley, who could potentially be making the Hall of Fame next season. And a quick throw that was risky. They're trying to get to Jamal Bray, and now it's 4th and 1. So Toledo's going to have to go for it. So this could be the game. So what is the call? Are they going to hand it off, or are they going to throw it? Stack in the box. They are going to throw. It's going to be a slip screen to Jack Snowball. He gets a blocker. There he goes. He runs over 2 men. Jack Snowball still on his feet. The SFA player, he has been buried on that depth chart for a couple of years. He's finally getting some playing time, and look at him go. What a call for Toledo. And they are still alive, still have 3 timeouts here. And they're throwing that down the middle, wide open, man. And, oh, I thought he broke that tackle. Thad Hall. Yeah, that was a big man play. All right, so Toledo is threatening. Is Western Michigan going to get heartbroken by Toledo 2 years in a row? Tucker Gleason, they got triple option. That's a fumble. It's picked up, and they're going the other way. He breaks a tackle. Western Michigan, is he going to get caught? He is. But Western Michigan takes over, and that's going to be the ball game. Toledo chokes. They had it. They were inside the 20, and they tried to get trickery with the triple option, and that is no good. As we see Snoop Todd get the rock, and this game is pretty much all but over. Coach Buck going to suffer his first loss of the season. What a tough way to go out. A mishandled triple option. As they are going to keep it on this side, and that's a first down, and he has a ton of room. Herboski for 18, and that should end this game. So Western Michigan at 3-2. Bit of a rough start to the year, but they come out with a victory here at home against the undefeated Toledo Rockets. Welcome back to the SFA, Buck. Damn, I would have liked a snowball touchdown there for my fantasy team. But what a game there. Snoop Todd had a decent day. I know some people did choose him for fantasy this week. Popping off. 20-point game, nothing too shabby. This was a beautiful play, too, on the screen. Too bad didn't wind up a touchdown. Just ran out of real estate. All right, so Snoop Todd, Glenn Ewing, the SFA player, got a punt return. Toledo, a 6-yard run, and Bray, so no touchdowns for Jack Snowball, unfortunately. So my fantasy day is probably toast, unless he had a ton. He did all right with the yardage. Western Michigan, Mickey Switzer had a sack, SFA player, and then Waldorf is an SFA player as well. All right, so that was a decent game. We're actually going to stay in the MAC for the next game here as well. So MAC is kind of popping off today. All right, so next up, we are going right back to the MAC and Eastern Michigan and Northern Illinois. Not sure if the Northern Illinois coach is here. Let me know if you want to kick or receive, if you are. But Eastern Michigan is undefeated as well. Great defensive showing so far. Same with Northern Illinois. They had one loss, but both are undefeated in MAC play. We saw Eastern Michigan last year on BearCave. We have never seen Northern Illinois, so this is definitely a big chance for them to get some exposure. And with Toledo losing, this conference is up for grabs, this division, because basically going to be Buffalo against whoever wins this kind of gauntlet. Oh, I love the dog there. That's a cool little husky. I always like seeing odd team who's all getting streamed tonight. If you want to check out the BearCave listing, but our game day today, the full game will be the Louisiana Raging Cajuns against Houston, the Houston Cougars, who made the playoff last year. So the undefeated Raging Cajuns, who beat me in triple overtime, against the Cougars. All right, but who's going to take a stranglehold on the MAC? Eastern Michigan has a big opportunity here today, and they are now down pretty early. 7-0. We have some low-scoring games today on BearCave. 14-0 now for the Huskies. Eastern Michigan, there you go. Finally, they get a score, and they tie it up right before half. All right, we got something brewing here in Illinois. And they take the lead. They take a 2-score lead. All of a sudden, Northern Illinois kind of shits themselves. Oh, boy. And now they're scoring at will here. So this game isn't close. It's now a 10-point game. Still 2 possessions here. And we're going to just go 1 possession. I don't want them to score. And then whose ball is it? All right, NIU has the rock. Can they score quickly? They need to score. And 4th and 1. Pass thrown away, and there's the kneeling out for EMU as they will go to 6-0. So EMU gets it done. The Eagles, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Nicely done. Ethan Hampton, Mike Wise. Let's get our screenshots here. All right, so we're starting to get introduced to some of these G5s who could be making a run at the college football playoff. Eastern Michigan's one team to keep an eye on for sure. But now we're going to start moving on. Next is we're going to go to the Power 5 and to the Big 12, where we're going to see the ranked Kansas State Wildcats. They've been pretty good over the last couple of years. And then we're going to see Grady and Missouri, who I'm thinking is the better team. They've had a really tough schedule so far. Grady, if you're here, let me know if you want to kick or receive. Yeah, BearCave this year has kind of been really random, as we got some rain here in Columbia, I believe. I completely thought Kansas State was in a rebuilding mode, but their only loss has come to Georgia Southern. We love the rain games in this game. We got some SFA wide receivers on both sides. Xavion Luvu and then Missouri has one as well. Both freshmen. So I don't see anything from Grady in chat, so just regular kick. Can the Missouri Tigers make some magic here at home? Definitely had a tough season so far. I do expect this team to make it to a bowl game, but they are down 7 quickly here. They do add 3 points. Can they take the lead? They do before half, and they extend it to 2 scores, and they add a safety and a field goal. All right, so a lot happening there, but 22-7 for Missouri at halftime. Kansas State kind of got punched in the mouth there. A quick touchdown. This is going to be a good game to the finish, it looks like. And Missouri, it's still 9 points here. So still 2 possessions. We can't jump in unless we are within a possession here. See if Kansas State can add anything, and it doesn't look like it. 4th and 4. Are they going to add anything here? Julius Dickens, the SFA player. And just nothing brewing here in the second half. And they do. They score. So Missouri is going to take down the Kansas State Wildcats here. Next change of possession. Yeah, they don't do anything. So Missouri gets back to 500 here. Yes, yeah. If you're Indiana, yes, I fixed it back to what they were. So Missouri, a big day for them. In the rain at home, popping off. Taj Butts and Julius Dickens, the SFA player. Not too shabby. Let's see how Kansas State. Xavion Luvu, 3 for 66. Not too shabby either. So that goes as a top 25 upset for the Missouri Tigers. It's a big win for them. Especially when they got a SFA quarterback coming up. So Missouri Tigers may be on the rise. All right. Save that here, and now we are getting to the Sickos game of the week here. We got Texas A&M and Mississippi State. So get your Bob and Oz ready. If you don't know, for the Sicko game of the week, we do always have some predictions. This week we're gonna do an over/under. So A&M versus Mississippi State. Over/under. All right, so is the combined score going to be over? I'm going to set it at 55.5 today. Why not, right? We've had some pretty low scoring games today. Why don't we think this is going to be a high scoring game? So get your Bob and Us out. You're going to have a full minute here. Over/under. Big chance for you to make a lot of money. And Skook, if you are here, coach of Texas A&M, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. So a lot of people are going to choose the under. I think it's probably a little bit of a high over. So if you're picking the over, you're probably going to make a little more change. Just got debated when we got hovered over. No, I think if I were going, I'd probably pick the over on this one. Mississippi State's defense has not been good this year. So Texas A&M, obviously they got the good recruit. Yes, sir, Toledo took an L to Western Michigan. They fumbled it away on their game-winning drive. All right, so Texas A&M, Coach Skook, he just got Rex Beavers, who everyone is roasting him for, but I think could be a very good QB of the future, especially in the type of offense he does want to run. As we got rain here in Mississippi, our second rain game of the day. So it looks like in the southern hemisphere, so game day may be raining. Davis Wade Stadium. So just a quick run through. South Alabama kind of destroyed Georgia State. Toledo fumbled it away on their game-winning drive to lose to Western Michigan. EMU made a nice little comeback against Northern Illinois. And then Missouri just completely clapped Kansas State. So now we're on to the Sickos game of the week here. And then in the posted games today, there really hasn't been much to talk about in terms of like upsets. Utah choked against Fresno State. That's kind of all there was. And this is not looking good for the over-betters. Rain, and it's only 3-0 here at the end of one. They really hope to get some scoring going here. 10-0, 17-0. So Texas A&M is happy about this. If you are an over-better, though, you're probably a little upset right now. We'll see if they can start scoring here. All right, Mississippi State, there you go. All right, so we are at 31 right now, so we need a little bit more scoring. So we'll see if this is going to stay close. So no scoring here. Somebody needs some overtime. Yeah, the under is kind of popping off right now. A couple big plays, though. Texas A&M's moving the rock, and we're going to jump in now. So Texas A&M, can they punch it in to take a 2-score lead? Larson here. He's getting replaced next year. The rain is going crazy. 2nd and 6. They are going to start running the clock a little bit here now. They're going to fake the run. They're going to dump that off to the fullback. He goes out of bounds. 3rd and 7. So if they kick a field goal here, we will still be watching. Larson, not really that bad of a day. You'd like the completion percentage to be a little better. Watch Percy Knox in the slot. Larson floats that wide open man. Touchdown, Victor Handy. So Texas A&M is going to take a 10-point lead. So we're going to jump back into the sim here. See if Mississippi State can get back into it. And that is a quick drive. Can they get in? No. So interception, and that's going to end the game. And that is 38. So the under is going to win there. So sorry if you bet some over. You are wrong. Alrighty. So let's take a look. See. Game scores have been pretty low today here on BearCave. Handy had a touchdown early. So an easy score there. Percy Knox had 3 receptions. Nothing crazy. So big win here for Texas A&M. I believe they go to 3-4 now. They might be trying to battle back for a bowl game this year. Definitely a dangerous team you do not want to face in bowl season. That is for sure. All right, now we are on to the right side of the games. These are the heavy hitters, and we have a heavy dose of Big Ten here on this right side. So we're going to start out actually with Iowa and Michigan State. Iowa, since the Cody Green injury, has been playing very well. And it was heads and kick. Yes, Iowa said heads and kick in the server, so we are just going to get right into it. I don't know, McBurnfinger is still questionable, so we do not know if McBurnfinger is back in. And we got our first snow game of the year here up north. We got some Big Ten football, baby. Iowa and Michigan State gearing up here. Oh boy, and look at that. Indiana leads the division. We'll see them actually in the next matchup. But Michigan State trying to get back to the CFP. They lost in the national championship last year, and Iowa now has the stranglehold on this division. All right, so heads and kick for the Hawkeyes. This is our first time we are going to get to see Richardson, their new quarterback. All right, next quarter. And I see Whitehead in, so it doesn't look like it will be McBurnfinger in, but it's a quick 2-score lead for Michigan State. Doesn't look like it matters, but they score. So Iowa, all you're trying to do is hang in there. And right now they're down 2 scores. It's not what you like to see, but a quick touchdown there. Can they tie this game up? Michigan State keeps stalling out there. And they stall out again on 4th down. Can Iowa? No, they just punt it right back. Punts galore here. And they tie it up. So Iowa and Michigan State tie game as we head to the 2-minute mark. And we're going to jump in, see what Hamp Fay and company can do here against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Let's go. 28-28. Fay, he does drop back here. He does have plenty of time. And that's almost intercepted by the linebacker. Fay's had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions here. No McBurnfinger today, but he does have Calvin Johnson, Bradford Blazer. 2nd and 10. Tie ball game over the middle. That's a wide open man. That's Calvin Johnson. They connect. Calvin Johnson, have yourself a day. 5 receptions, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Can never imagine him doing that in a Minnesota uniform. All right, they're at the 10-yard line now, and they're starting to run some clock here. They're going to hand that off to Whitehead, the backup running back, and he rumbles down inside the 1. Iowa is going to have to come up with a late tying drive, it seems. Got to start calling your timeouts or something. And hand it off. Easy touchdown. Josh Whitehead runs it in. So, Michigan State is going to leave a minute and 16 on the board for Iowa. So, McBurnfinger missing his 3rd straight week with a torn groin. All right, can Iowa send this to overtime? This is going to be the first time we see Richardson, their new quarterback. He was a 5-star athlete. He was a top 5 in-game generated player. So we'll see what he can do. Number 19. And he flings that one, and that didn't really go anywhere. Not sure where he was throwing that. Jason Richardson not having that bad of a day. As always, you would like a little bit better of a completion percentage, but we'll see. Iron Jarkus is here. Let's go. He's able to watch his team. 2nd and 10. Can they get the upset? A beautiful pocket and a wide open man, and he drags the toes. 1st down. Derek Coleman. Nice little catch there. We are at the 40. They are coming back out empty. Remember, you got Dwayne Johnson rushing the passer, top of your screen, and Jason Richardson takes off. Remember, he was an athlete. I believe he could have been a wide receiver or a quarterback, and he chose quarterback. Better than Cody Green. Yeah, Cody Green probably hitting the portal for his senior year. Iowa, they still have 3 timeouts, 50 seconds, plenty of time. They're going to run a screen pass, though, and that's going nowhere. Dan Davis, -5 yards. And that, they do call the timeout already. Second and 15 now. Dumps that off, wide open man. Oh, my God, he just died. Dan Davis gets smoked. 3rd and 5. They call the 2nd timeout. 45 seconds left. That was Roscoe Cherry on the tackle. The safety. The SFA player. Remember, the Hail Mary, Michigan State's only loss. And Richardson takes off again, and he's sacked. Time is running. Andrew Garrett got there. This is the game. Can Iowa get a fresh set of downs? 30 seconds and counting. What is the call? Richardson, he's going to take off again. This time he escapes, and he gets a block. 1st down, Iowa. 22 seconds left, though. They got to hurry it up. They're at the 28. Richardson dumps that off, and Dan Davis, get out of bounds. He does. 13 seconds left. Time is not running. Nicely done by Dan Davis. Damn, this man needs to get a Twitch Prime sub going. All right. At the 25, 13 seconds left. 1 timeout. Richardson, he goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! They tie it up. Derek Coleman got behind Roscoe Cherry, and they are an extra point away. What a throw from Jason Richardson. And they are now icing the kicker here. We got overtime, it looks like. Michigan State using all the timeouts. Anytime Iowa is on BearCave, it's always a good game. Cody Green officially hitting the bench. Still a little bit of time, though, here. And, oh my God, it's a nice little return. Can they tackle him? They do. Bo Williams gets them into Hail Mary range with a beautiful return. Can Michigan State, they won on a Hail Mary last week. Can they do it again? Bradford Blazer caught a Hail Mary last week. 3 seconds left. And Hamfe, he launches one, and it's going to be intercepted. So we are going to OT. The third interception on the day. A beautiful catch by the safety. All right, Jarkus, heads or tails? Heads or tails for Jarkus? Tails, and then defense or offense? Defense or offense? Defense or offense? Oh, he wants the rock first. Interesting. All right. Jarkus wants the ball. All right, here we go. So Iowa is on the board first, 35-35. And quick option to start. And Roscoe Cherry brings him down. I mean, it doesn't matter for a video game, but IRL, you typically go defense first, so you know what you have to do. 2nd and 7. Jason Richardson, he flips the play. They hand it off the middle. Dan Davis. And no, that's not going to be a first down. So 3rd and 2. Third and 2, they're going to hand it off. No, Richardson keeps it a wide open hole. He could score. Touchdown, Iowa. They take the lead on the read option. What a call on 3rd and short. Iowa, what a big start to the season. Oh, baby. All right. Michigan State, they need a touchdown to send this to a second OT. Hamfe has not had his best game. Hamp. And he's hit as he throws. That goes into the dirt. Second and 10. Calvin on the inside, Blazer on the outside. He dumps that off. Calvin Johnson, he breaks 2 tackles, gets a first down. What a big man catch and run for Calvin Johnson. That is the 5-star wide receiver we know. That's why he earned an $800K bid. These are the moments, though, where we see Bradford Blazer show up. They fake the hand up. Faye. Dumps that off. Oh my God, it was almost intercepted. That would have been the game. Fay, he must be colorblind, and these white jerseys are mixing in with the snow. Fay drops back. Nice little puck. He floats that to the end zone. Incomplete, they are saying. The tight end did not get the foot in bounds, just a little too far from Fay. Oh my God, Fay is choking this. 3rd and 10. No review even, and they're gonna hand it off. Oh my God. 4th and 9, the game is on the line. Can Iowa get the upset? 4th and 9. Michigan State could get their 2nd loss on the season here. Fay hands it off. He hands it off. And he's short. Iowa's going to win the game. Oh, my God. Iowa does 2 hands-offs. And Iowa knocks off the number 16 in the 6th team in the country. They're going crazy in Des Moines. Iowa rocking on all cylinders, and Jason Richardson is a bad man. Jason motherfucking Richardson is a bad, bad man. Well, I thought Iowa University was in Des Moines, no? Or they're in Iowa City. And that is game number 1, apparently. So you got Bradford Blazer scoring. Calvin Johnson got a score. A 74-yard run for Davis there. Jason Richardson, the redshirt freshman, popping off. And let's see how the defense did. Tom Ankerman had 7 tackles. Johnny Booth had a sack, the SFA player. So your SFA players getting involved. Very nicely done. And let's check. Fay, 3 interceptions. Whitehead had a good day. Blazer and Calvin Johnson popping off. Roscoe Cherry popping off. Dwayne Johnson did not do much today. All right, so there's the big upset we were waiting for this week. We haven't had any this week, and I think Iowa may have earned a rank from me. What a big W, a win last week. So I was kind of popping off right now. And we are going to keep it here in the Big Ten. We got 3 Big Ten games here. Next up, we got Illinois, who was on game day last week. And we got Indiana. So, Flame, heads or tails, kick or receive? Indiana, one of the surprises of the season. 5-1 currently. Obviously, questions against... so, Illinois is going to get the choice because they're the away team comp. So... Flame gets choice of heads, all right, and kick. So no snow here in Indiana. Oh, no, you're good. So if you're at home and you're facing a CPU team, then you get the choice of just receiver kick. And then if you're in a user game, then the away team gets the priority, which is... But this is our first time ever seeing Indiana on BearCave or any sort of SFA anything. They've had one good season in SFA history, and that was on Sim Matchup, I believe, Season 5. So this is going to be a fun time. Love seeing out-of-pocket teams have success. So Illinois coming off of the brutal second half against Ohio State on game day. So we got heads and kick for Flame. Can he get his first Big Ten win? Actually, I don't know if you have a Big Ten win or not, but this is a ranked matchup here. Let's see how we get started. A quick touchdown for Illinois, and they go up 2 scores. All right. So not the best first quarter here for Indiana, but they get a quick touchdown. They get back within 1. Can they fight? Can Indiana make this a game? God, their defense doesn't look like it. Illinois kind of popping off here. Oh, my God, Illinois. And it's a 28-point game here, so it doesn't look like there's going to be much of a comeback for Indiana, unfortunately. Great start to the season, though, 5-2. We'll see if they can get to a bowl game, which would be a fantastic success for this team. But Indiana loses. Illinois takes them down. Let's see the scoring summary. Chonkla, Holman, Scott, and then 2 runs for Howland. Scott, Pee Wee Hop got a touchdown. Allstott got a touchdown, and Allstott got 2. Let's go. Collier back in business, looking like a real, and I love this split for these running backs. That's beautiful. And then you got Chonkla, Eddie Royal spreading that rock around beautifully. My God. Pancake with 7 pancakes. You love to see it. And then on defense, you got Tompkins with an interception, the big old 93. Kyle Horry didn't do much. He didn't need to do much. And then let's take a look at Indiana. TJ Hughes, not that bad of a game. 3 touchdowns for the running back, but just not enough firepower to keep up with Illinois. 13, 10, and 10. That's big. And yeah, so Illinois wins. All right. So 2 more games on BearCave today. And it's time for the Gophers. Can Minnesota get back on track today? They did beat Duke, but it was a very close game. And I believe Slade Roden hasn't been finishing games lately. So heads or tails, kick or receive, Jay Jettas? Everybody get your Fire Jay Jettas ready, as you know you're going to need it today. Get those Fire Jay Jettas popping out. Tails and kick for Jay Jettas, and we got some rain here in Northwestern, here in Chicago. Northwestern both these teams are ranked in the top 10. They've had some weird losses. Number 15, Minnesota against number 21, Northwestern. And coming up after this, number 1 takes on number 7. All right, so tails and kick for Minnesota. They need a W here to keep pace with Iowa in the division. And Northwestern wants to get back on track here at home. So a early touchdown here for Northwestern. Minnesota gets back on the board. Another touchdown and a quick touchdown response for Minnesota. And 21-10 at halftime, a 2-score game right now. Here comes Minnesota, and they add only a field goal. Come on, Minnesota. You got to score. So as we head to the 4th quarter, Northwestern is now up 15. So Minnesota, you got to start scoring touchdowns here, boys. And they don't. 4th and 1. So Minnesota looks to be taking a L here today, barring something ridiculous. There's a quick touchdown. Hold the horses. A 66-yard touchdown, and the 2 points is good. He's down 7. Minnesota needs this onside kick. No timeouts left. Slade with a big, and Northwestern recovers it. Calvin Johnson, the second, ends the game for Minnesota. All right, but let's finish the game out here. It is 1 score. As they're just going to kneel it out a couple of times. There's Jay Jettas. Tough loss for him. You love to see tough losses. We love our fire Jay Jettas. Can he get the ball back, though, here? If they decide to run a real play. All right, they are. Hold the phones, people. They hand it off, and 6-5. They can't stop the clock. It's over. You're not going to bench Slade. Come on now. He just had a 66-yard pass to Jude Abraham. You face some really good teams. Besides, you're only 2 losses. You can still go 10-2. Brendan Sullivan with a big win, though. I think also a lot of you guys don't realize with your freshman quarterbacks is they're freshmen. You know, like if you look at Kiko Strong and Jared Lorenzen, the 2 best user juniors right now, they weren't that great freshman year. Like Iowa barely made a bowl game with Kiko freshman year. So you got to relax. It's a process. Your freshman quarterbacks aren't always going to be Heisman winners. But let's take a look at what happened here today. Calvin Johnson II. Metal got a kickoff return, Kim Metal. So for those of you who picked him in fantasy, I'll make sure to remember to add that. Jude Abraham popping off as well. One of the best wide receiver cores in the country. 19, though, of 41. That's not going to get it done. You know, Minnesota needs a fucking running back. You don't have a user running back anymore, Jay Jettas. That's the big issue here. You need a good running back. And then A.J. Klein, my God, 16 tackles. Shaquan Bowser with an interception. Look at all these SFA players. A sack for Irby, BearCave. Beautiful, beautiful. You love to see that. Yeah, also, you know, having max passing in the rain probably isn't the greatest. So Kim Metal popped off today, but just a little bit too much for the Wildcats. All right. Minnesota. So 1 game remaining here. Slade, 200 yards and a touchdown. I didn't see his rushing stats, and I forgot, but I do need to sim my game here, so why don't we just get it over with. Old Dominion at East Carolina. What will we do today? A nice little dub. Heimlich Heisenberg scores a touchdown. Hold up, he scored 2. Let's go, baby. Love me some Heimlich Heisenberg action. I just got to quickly see his... Vanilla Vic had a rushing touchdown. Only 3 rushing attempts. Did Vanilla Vic get hurt? Bro, if Vanilla Vic's hurt, I'm going to kill myself. Heimlich Heisenberg, though. 139. There's the man I love. All right. Dude, but if Vanilla Vic got hurt, there's going to be hell to pay. If Vanilla Vic got hurt, there's going to be hell to pay. All right, so before we go, there's only one other game. All right, here we go. So, Zach, heads or tails, kick or receive, and get your Bob and Os ready because we got another prediction incoming. Who wins? South Carolina or Tennessee? I'm sure there's going to be a massive payout if you choose South Carolina and they come through. So take that with a grain of salt. Picking Tennessee probably is going to be the right pick, but you're probably not going to make a bunch of money. So who is going to win this game? Tails and kick for South Carolina. Can they keep it close? Don't disgrace Heimlich with Mike Wishbone. Are you kidding me? Mike Wishbone wishes he has even a third of the Riz as Heimlich. Yeah, settling for 2 field goals inside the 20 is... Yeah, no, this was going to be game day, but the guys, but Nick isn't able to watch at this time. I am slightly still sick. I don't have COVID anymore. I tested negative today, actually, but I still have, a little bit of a cough / a little bit of congestion, but I'm good. I still can't taste or smell anything, though. And Skook, you got a big W on game day, or non-game day, on the Sickos Game of the Week. All right, can South Carolina get it done? Tails and kick for the Cox. Cox are out. Yes, Texas A&M did win. If you are just joining us, I'm going to give you a quick rundown here. Today, South Alabama won. Toledo lost. They got upset. Eastern Michigan won. Missouri took out Kansas State. A&M won, and we got rain here for this game. Iowa in overtime took down Michigan State. Illinois stomped Indiana. That was kind of expected. Northwestern took down Minnesota. So, and now we're going to see, can South Carolina hand Coach Nick his first loss of the season? Yeah, definitely a weird BearCave week for sure. Some weird upsets today here on BearCave. Can the Cox get it done on the road? You've seen weird things happen all day long. He wants tails and kick here. All right. So the Cox will receive. You just need to go out there and punch him in the mouth, 3 and out, and they're down. Oh boy, this could get ugly. Stop it, Tennessee. Okay, so not the best start for the Cox here in the first quarter. You gotta score. There you go. You finally score. God. Not the best start here. And oh my God. Can you get a stop, please, South Carolina? Like, what the hell? Honestly, yeah. In my opinion, Tennessee is not, like, this is not Nick. It's them scoring 86? South Carolina, what are you doing? 86? We've never seen that. That almost pushed 94, which is our all-time highest score. Bro, fuck this offense, man. Waters got their only touchdown. Marley popping off. Beach got a return touchdown. Fuck this team. Boo. Dude, and then Beach got a punt return? 86? My God. So, yeah. I mean, do we just give Tennessee the national championship at this point? Like, what the fuck? What was that? So Ishar didn't even have, like, that crazy of a game. Like, this is an okay game for him. That's kind of what he's been doing. Cardale, not really anything. Marley popped off. Walker Merrill. Cardale's hasn't really done much for them. He hasn't needed to. Chris Beach. He was injured, too. That's, like, his first game back. Look at this. 2 return kickoffs for Chris Beach. God damn. 86. Thank God that wasn't game day. Holy fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want this Tennessee team to win the Natty. I can't send an SEC team a fucking trophy. That would kill me. I'd rather send one to Buffalo. But Buffalo's going to get their shit stomped against this team. God damn it. Oh, Nick, you bitch. 86. Someone's going to knock them off. They have to, right? 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 All right, so let's just make sure. That's the highest in the NCAA era, for sure. All right, so that's the only one. All right, so a preview here of Week 9. We'll see what kind of game day options we got going on. USC at Arizona. Minnesota at Florida. That could be a fun one. East Carolina, Appalachian State. Another nice win for me there. Missouri and Kansas at Iowa State, Nebraska. Buffalo, Miami, Ohio. Southern Miss and Arkansas State. So you got Baylor, and that's going to be a rough game. Alabama, this could be the last chance. Come on, Bama. Hawaii. So, don't really see a lot of crazy games here. This could be a fun game day. I don't know. I may want to see Iowa in a game day. No, Iowa State and Baylor is going to be game day, so I'm not going to put in Iowa State. Ooh, Virginia at Pittsburgh. That will be on BearCave. UCLA, Stanford. That's a fun one. And how about Washington State? They lost today by 4 to Cal, but what a performance by them. They've been pretty good this year. Some fun little G5 games popping around. Cal and Washington. Ooh, Louisiana and Illinois. That's kind of a fun one. Won't be on game day, but in Auburn, you're going to try to right the ship against Auburn. Goddamn. TCU, Charlotte and Rutgers. Michigan State and Indiana, 2 teams that just took tough L's. See if they can get back on track. Yeah, so next week will be definitely an interesting choice of games. So we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it for the BearCave stream. Thank you guys all for watching. I am going to take about like a 5-minute break to get things set up for game day. We're going to be back with Louisiana and Houston. So stick around. Game days are a lot of fun. I know viewership goes down for game days, but they are fun. You guys should watch them. Yeah, we'll be right back.